How's everybody doing this fine evening? My name is Alan Roberts. I just thought I'd come back with a new video for you, and it's based on an article I just wrote based off of this bullshit I'm about to show you. So I wanted to get to this rather quickly because this is about Abby Sharpe and one of her guests talking about energy partitioning and starvation mode, and then I thought I would, basically show them to be the idiots that they are. So let's get to this, because I don't got a whole lot of time. This is from Abby's Kitchen. This is Abby Sharpe and some person who's about to say a bunch of stupid shit. But let's go.
When the body finds itself in restriction, especially if it's extreme restriction, which most of these diets promote, most of these diets suggest a level of caloric intake at around 1,200 calories, which is really not enough to fuel even a toddler.
Right.
So,
first of all, if you're a 5-foot tall woman, 1,200 to 1,500 calories is where you should start thinking about living for the rest of your fucking life, unless you're extremely fucking active. So saying that it's not enough to feed a toddler, I understand toddlers have higher metabolisms because they're burning off a lot of energy and everything like that, but if your toddler weighs 60 pounds and you feed them 1,200 calories, guess what? Or 60 pounds, and guess what? That's bad, right? 1,200 calories is not ridiculously low. I wouldn't go under 1,000 calories, but as long as they're getting their protein and their amino acids, or their amino acids and their fatty acids, as long as they're getting that, for many people, 1,200 calories is more than enough, depending on energy expenditure, size, height, heritage, that sort of thing. So they're already like full of shit. I mean, just completely full of shit. I don't even know who that other hooker is. So, but completely full of shit.
the body then is evolutionarily designed to have some warning signals go off when we're in this extreme restriction. And it goes through a whole bunch of processes. And the first of them is it really ramps up your hunger hormone, ghrelin. And so you're just starving. So that's what most people experience in the beginning of it.
Not if you eat, not if it's carnivore. If it's 1,200 calories of carnivore, no, it's not. It doesn't ramp up ghrelin at all, especially because ghrelin is partially based off of nutrients, not hunger. Like, are you getting enough nutrients? Your body will recognize that.
The diet is like, oh my gosh, this is about half the calories that I used to intake, and all that person can do is think about food. Because when hunger hormones go off, it's not just.
Now, I will say this: the feeling of overwhelming restriction does fuck people up. It's one of the reasons why we focus at our coaching. We focus on satiation, satisfaction with your food. Like, then there's a difference too. Satiation is the feeling of fullness in your stomach. Satisfaction is, I don't like, if you're dreaming about fucking pasta all day long, that's not satisfaction. You know what I mean? Like, if you hate the food you're eating, that's not satisfaction.
You know, your belly grumbling. It's like everything. Your brain telling you you're hangry, you're anxious, you get lethargic, you get foggy brain. The body is signaling I'm in danger. And when we ignore this,
your body is not signaling you're in danger. Your body is signaling that it needs nutrients. Let's not get fucking ridiculous, okay? There's many fat people that could go days and days and days without eating. As long as they got the proper minerals in them, they'd be perfectly fucking fine. Danger. Jesus fucking Christ.
this for a long enough period of time, that starts to kind of dampen out, but then the body starts to go through a process where it's trying to.
By the way, when she means that the hunger starts dampening out, your body gets used to the fact that you don't have, like, a lot of times your body is just habitually causing you to be hungry. So a lot of times when you feel like you're extra hungry, it's because, well, I'm used to eating at 8 p.m. today. My body's used to eating at 8 p.m. So it's looking for the food that I have at 8 p.m. When she says it dampens out, that means it adapts and it makes it so you're not as hungry because you are eating enough food. Your body would not adapt if you were in danger. Your body would not adapt to that caloric level and make it so you're not that hungry if you literally were in danger from starving to death. It's so fucking wildly preposterous.
Serve as much as possible. A process called the body energy partitioning system
Such bullshit.
is kind of tracking how much fat, how much lean muscle, and how much water the body has. And it's trying to maintain those same proportions to take you back to that same weight level once the restriction is ended. It's designed.
So I love how that she just basically long-winded both set point and starvation mode. Both completely fucking bullshit things, by the way. Complete bullshit things.
Trying to protect you, and I think that that's what people don't understand, and people are desperately fighting against, thinking if I can just have enough willpower, then I will lose this weight. And what ends up happening is, yes, you may lose fat and muscle and water, but the body is really desperately trying to hold on, especially to the fat.
So if you are at an extraneous fat level, by the way, your body is not desperate to hold on to your fat. It's just, that's wildly inaccurate, like wildly inaccurate. But I thought, why not? Most of these people, they don't realize that I would just prefer to write an article about it. I would just prefer to have Grok come through and me sit and do the research on Grok for a little while, and then us, basically get this shit done. So here is my article. Where's it at? Give me a second. Here it is. Starvation mode, and let me pull it up here. All right, so let's get to it so we can get through it, and then I can get on to my next shit. But this is the starvation mode. This is on my X, by the way. I'm writing articles just about every day based off of all of this shit that I talk about all the time, and it just adds the scientific backing for it. Because one of the things I think people misunderstand about me is that, like, yes, I am a meathead and I am a redneck, and I literally refer to myself as a Florida cracker. But I am very into reading studies, especially about weight loss, metabolism, health, those sorts of things. I will, and I mean, I would love to do this. I would debate any doctor on weight loss, any at all. Especially, and further to be debate, it would mean that they would have to have the opposing views. And one of the opposing views that would be for me is starvation mode is a fucking excuse for pussies. I'm just saying that right now. Like, I've had people come to me at 350 pounds, be like, well, I don't want to go into starvation mode. Why not? Like, I'm sorry, but like, you should at least try to get there. I need to eat 3 meals a day or I'll hit starvation mode. Like, no, the fuck you won't. No, the fuck you won't. Okay. But let's just, we'll read this. I don't know if I can blow up the lettering a little bit for you guys so you can read it also. Give me a second. That's a little better. All right. We're not going to unpublish that shit. Hell no. So, starvation mode and energy partitioning, the dieting double whammy of dumb. And I completely agree with the title. I love the title. Oh, the dieting world where the myths multiply faster than rabbits on a reality dating show. Today we are taking a sledgehammer to not one but two sacred cows of the weight loss lore, starvation mode and the so-called body energy partitioning system. You know the drill. Eat too little and your body hoards fat like a miser with a coupon stash. Add to that, your body decides where the energy goes. So good luck losing weight if it's feeling stingy. Spoiler alert, these are about as legit as a $3 bill. Armed with science, sarcasm, and zero patience for nonsense, let's shred these fairy tales until they're crying for mercy. This really, I love how it breaks on my style. Starvation mode, the OG dieting boogeyman. Let's start with the classic starvation mode. The tale goes that if you dare cut calories too low, your body flips on a panic switch, slows your metabolism to a snail's pace, and clings to fat like it's auditioning for a survivalist reboot. Gym bros and juice cleanse evangelists swear by it, citing it as the reason their scales stuck despite living on air and willpower. Time to call baloney. This myth has roots in a real study, the Minnesota Starvation Experiment, circa 1944-1945, led by Ansel Keys. Picture 36 guys, World War II vibes, voluntarily starving to help science figure out how to refeed Europe. They went from normal diets to 1,570 calories per day, plus 22 miles of weekly walking for 6 months. Results: they dropped 25% of their body weight. Their metabolisms tanked by about 40%. They got cold, cranky, and food obsessed. But there's a kicker. They kept losing weight. There's no starvation mode. They kept losing weight. That you will still lose the fucking weight. And honestly, the metabolism's tanking by 40%. Well, very frankly, you're eating probably like only 40% of what you were eating before, or 60% of what you were eating before. And in reality, they're probably approaching their activities a shit ton with a lot less intensity. So if you're at a lot less intensity, your basal metabolic rate, while it may remain the same, the activity modifier will not be the same. So, however, they kept losing weight, so no fat hoarding gremlins swooping in to save the day, calories in, calories out, held firm. So how did this morph into eating too little and you'll balloon? Blame the fitness telephone game. Studies got twisted, influencers got loud, and suddenly everyone's clutching their protein bars, terrified of shutting down their metabolism. Newsflash: your body doesn't defy physics because you skipped dessert. Energy partitioning. The new kid on the myth block now meets starvation mode's hip younger cousin, the body energy partitioning system. This one's fancier with a science-y ring to it to make it sound legit. The pitch: your body is a picky accountant. Your body is a picky accountant deciding where calories go, fat, muscle, and energy based on some mysterious internal memo. Cut calories too hard, and it supposedly partitions everything to fat storage, leaving you pudgy no matter how little you eat, which is absolutely full-on fucking ridiculous. So goddamn stupid. I can't even fucking get over it. It's like your body's playing Monopoly with your macros and you're stuck on go to jail. Proponents, like certain diet book peddlers, claiming this explains why some folks can't lose weight despite starving themselves. It's not your fault. It's your partitioning. They coo while selling you a $50 supplement that can fix the cure. Cue eye rolls. And let's see, Thermodynamics, the bouncer that kicks both myths out. Let's get real. Your body doesn't get to rewrite the rules of energy balance. The first law of thermodynamics: energy can be created or destroyed, only transferred. Runs this show. Eat fewer calories than you burn, you lose weight. No secret panic modes or cosmetic accountants to change that. If you're in a deficit, your body has to pull the energy from somewhere, usually fat stores, because it is actually easier for your body to break down fat than it is to break down muscle mass. Your body has to pull the energy from somewhere, usually fat. It's not sitting there twiddling its thumbs, deciding to spite you. Sure, your metabolism adapts when you cut calories. Studies like the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition peg this adaptive thermogenesis at 10 to 50% drop beyond what weight loss alone predicts for a 200-pound person. That's 200 to 300 calories fewer burned daily. Inconvenient? Yep. A weight loss deal breaker? Not even close. You're still losing if you're under burn rate. Slow and steady, not stalled forever. Starvation mode's big fat lie. The fat hoarding. Back to starvation mode. The big sell is that low calories make your body store fat instead of burning it. Picture this: you're sipping broth, and your body's like, nope, saving this for the muffin top. Except that's not how it works. When calories dip, your body burns glycogen, stored carbs. First, then fat, and if you're really pushing it, muscle protein. The 2014 Obesity Reviews paper confirmed fat's the go-to fuel in deficits until you're so lean, you're basically a skeleton with attitude. I'm going to read that one more time. Fat goes to fuel in deficits until you're so lean, you're basically a skeleton. So until you are basically have no more fat on you, it will be minimally going towards your muscle mass. Hormones like leptin drop with fat loss, and cortisol rise with stress. Tweak hunger and energy use, not fat burning itself. This research from the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism showed these shifts make you ravenous and sluggish, not a fat storing machine. Energy partitioning, fancy fib, calorie control. Now energy partitioning fans claim your body decides to stash calories as fat when you're underfed, thanks to this mythical system. They lean on hormones like insulin and genetics to sound smart, but it's smoke and mirrors. Yes, your body partitions energy into fat, muscles, and intermediate use, but it's not some sentient gatekeeper with a vendetta. It is a passive process driven by, you guessed it, calorie balance. A 2013 obesity review study on nutrient partitioning showed that in a deficit, fat oxidation ramps up. Your body prioritizes burning stored fat over building it. Insulin, the supposed fat storage boogeyman, drops when you eat less, per the British Journal of Nutrition. Even in overfeeding studies like Hall's 2016 work in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, excess calories can get split between fat and lean mass, not hoarded excessively as flab. In a deficit, fat is the fuel, not the fortress. Partitioning doesn't override thermodynamics. It follows it. Starvation versus your sad salad, not the same. Starvation mode believers love to blur the lines between actual famine and your 1,200 calorie crash diet. Real starvation, weeks without food, gaunt faces, survival mode takes time. A 2010 British Journal of Nutrition review found short-term fasting up to 72 hours boosts fat burn, not storage. The Minnesota guys didn't stall, they shrank. Your I'm starving wine after skipping lunch, not even in the same zip code. Energy partitioning myth makers pull a similar stunt suggesting your body thinks it's starving and shifts energy to fat. Nope. Studies on very low calorie diets, VLCDs, like 2016's obesity meta-analysis shows consistent fat loss at 800 calories a day. No magical redirection to your love handles. Your body adapts, not rebels. Muscle meltdown, overblown for both. Both myths love the muscle loss scare tactic. Starvation mode says eat too little and your biceps vanish. Partitioning adds your body chooses fat over muscle preservation. Calm down, drama queens. Yes, deficits can tap muscle proteins, like the Minnesota study's 30% lean mass loss at the extreme levels, but fat's still the main casualty. Lifting weights and hitting 0.8 to 1.2 grams of protein per pound of body weight. I would suggest 1 to 1.5 grams of protein per pound of body weight, by the way. And you'll keep most of your gains. Partitioning doesn't choose muscle over fat. It's a calorie game, not a conspiracy. Why these myths stick like glue? So why won't these clowns exit stage left? Psychology and profit. That's it. I mean, that's 100% it, right? A 2017 Perspectives on Psychology Science study said people crave simple answers for messy problems. Starvation mode and partitioning fit the bill. Scales stuck, blame your body. You're not your sneaking handfuls of trail mix. And that's the fucking truth. The diet industry laps it up, peddling fears to sell fixes. Your metabolism's broken. Your partitioning's off. Buy my plan. It's a gold mine, blah, blah, blah. What really happens when you eat too little? Cut to 1,000 calories a day. Your metabolism dips 10 to 15% per American Journal of Clinical Nutrition data. You're tired, grumpy, eyeing the cat food. Non-exercise activity thermogenesis drops. You fidget less, shiver less, but you're still losing weight if you're below your burn. VLCD studies from The Lancet show fat shedding at 800 calories with metabolic dips that bounce back later. Partitioning, just your body using what's available, no secret agenda. So let's recap. The Minnesota experiment is a starvation mode, didn't stop weight loss, just made it miserable. Thermodynamics, deficit wins always. Adaptive thermogenesis, slow burn, not a brick wall. Fat hoarding doesn't happen in deficit, fat burns. Partitioning power, no choice to store fat. It's calorie driven. Muscle myth, lift, eat protein, and chill the fuck out, people. God damn. The final word. Weight loss is a slog, not a soap opera. Starvation mode and energy partitioning are bedtime stories for people too lazy to count calories or lift a dumbbell. Eat less than you burn, and you will shrink. Slow metabolism, partitioning hormones, and all. The only thing you should partition is your time. More of science, less of myths. Now go forth, cut those calories, and watch the pounds drop, because physics doesn't give a fuck about your sob story, and neither do I. So that is my take on it. You guys, if you want the article, here it is, just for you guys. And I will take a little bit of Q&A. Oh, I don't have much time for Q&A, actually. I got to get moving. So this is where you can get this article. Please go follow me, click the notification bell on to all, so you can then follow me on X. I would really appreciate it. That's where I spend most of my time. That's where I just randomly kind of vomit my thoughts onto social media. So please, please check that out. And I will be back tomorrow. Well, I'm going to be back at 8 p.m. for evening rants, but I'll be back tomorrow also. So please have a fabulous evening. And for those of you that are interested, we are still running our coaching specials. There's month to month. And then I'm adding in, just so you guys can see it, I'm adding in my link tree. That way you can possibly, oh shit, it didn't make it. Anyway, give me a second. Bang. Let's get rid of that. We don't need the 1 year on there. That's right. There it is. Boom, there we go. Daily communication, weekly video conferences. I hope you all, if you are not a member of our app, you join it. The link tree is right there. You can go join it and you can be a part of our groups. You can join live or pre-recorded classes. We are also we can put a workout program right on your app for you. You can track your macros. You can have access to our huge recipe library. And I hope to see you all at Evening Rants. God damn.
The Holy Trinity Bundle isn't just about weight loss, it's about empowering you to find your healthiest, happiest self. Let's talk about what's in the bundle and how it caters specifically to our needs. First, we got Ember, which is not just any fat burner. It's also going to boost your mood, your energy levels, while also suppressing your appetite. And if you're worried about it being too strong, you can split the tablet in half to tailor its impact. Next, we have Alchemy NCT, which turns the carbs that you eat into energy and not fat. Yes, energy, not fat. This is our way of making sure that the meals that you eat contribute positively to your weight loss journey. And girls, we all know that we want that. And finally, no morbidity. This one's my favorite because it works while you sleep. It burns fat and controls those nighttime cravings without any stimulants, so you wake up feeling refreshed. Try it out and feel the genuine difference. Here's to new beginnings and real results.